Hello and welcome to episode 10 of season 3 of the podcast for the recent and deceased. I am Rodney Godek.
And I'm Nate Roberts. How you doing, brother?
My friend, I'm doing very well. I'm so happy to be talking movies once again. The year of 2023, the year of the poo. Tonight's film, this is an entendre, Nate. See, whenever you say one thing, it means two
Oh,
things.
I got it.
My favorite of all of the tundras is the entendre. Tonight, we'll be discussing Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Pooh? You girls on drugs?
Any of you that don't know, Winnie the Pooh entered the public domain, and these silly, silly people said, hey, I know what I'm going to do with that. I'm going to make a horror movie. So let me pull it up and tell you all about it. No, that's not the one, you goofball. So, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Directed and written by, I'm going to say, Rice Frake Waterfield. Starring Nikolai Leon, Mariah Taylor, and Natasha Rose Mills. After Christopher Robin abandons them for college, Pooh and Piglet embark on a bloody rampage as they search for a new source of food. My, oh my. Yeah, Nate. So, we're talking about Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Blood and Honey.
Now,
okay.
Did you want to talk about this, or was it me saying, hey, let's talk about it, and then you're like, yeah, sure, let's watch and talk about it?
I was definitely going to see this movie no matter what. Okay. Whether we did it for the show or not, I can't remember whose decision that was.
Well, and my feeling was like, hey, it can't be any worse than all of the other garbage that we've watched this year. So, sure, it could be fine.
Yeah, and, I didn't really do any research on, I think it's Reese Frake Waterfield.
Reese. Hey, yeah. Reese, that's R-E-E-S-E.
Well, he's British. He can spell it that way. But he has some great movies under his belt.
No.
He did The Killing Tree, which I watched last year. Do you remember? And I told you absolutely not to watch it.
Okay.
He did a bunch of other movies that I
the
can't
Area 51
even.
incident.
I didn't
Peter
see
Pan's
any of
Neverland Nightmare.
Curse of Jack Frost.
He's
of
produced
Krampus.
a ton. He did like 20 movies last year.
Yeah.
Easter Killing.
Like, yeah.
Right.
Pterodactyl. It's got to be about killer pterodactyls, right?
No, why do you say that?
Croc! Exclamation point. And it's like a parody of the.
This is the guy with bat on his t-shirts. As if that isn't the pot. So yeah, man. Look, it seems like this is his thing, right? Which I didn't know, but obviously someone was going to do this. It came into public domain.
Yes.
And this movie at the intro, it's kind of like you're saying there's a chance. The start of this movie kind of has this little animated monologue or narration, just says like about what happened with Chris Rock. Pretty much what we said, that he grew, had to go to college, and now the Pooh, Piglet, Owl, and Rabbit, and Eeyore are all in play here.
They couldn't get the rights to Tigger because Tigger actually has his own IP.
Yes, he came after the original. But Nate, Eeyore dies. Pooh, Piglet. Where are Owl and Rabbit?
The
whole movie, I'm like, movie. No.
Saving it for the sequel, baby.
Yeah. I get they're probably gonna make it.
Oh, it's already in production. It's already in production.
People have been just dropping piles of steam on top of this movie because of how bad it is. I don't think we're gonna do that entirely. I mean, what do you expect? But don't tease me that like I feel, and it's funny because I feel like the only reason maybe to hide for a sequel, but also I feel like maybe those were the harder masks to make, and they didn't want to waste more money or time trying to make a mask that, like a third and fourth mask that look like shit. They were like, let's just focus on 2 shitty masks.
Yeah.
We only got 2 fat guys that can wear a mask. We don't have 3 and 4 fat guys. Wait, can it just be the same fat guy just in a different time? It can't be on the same screen. What are you gonna do? You gonna have fat double? What can we do?
These two guys are
Not body
obviously
shaming,
they're
but
obviously not the same height. We can't just use the same guy for everything.
people will know. We can't have some other. How many random slumbering, uh, zombie-like people do you know are out there that can wear a mask and carry a brand new sledgehammer and chains, or smear, or wear dish gloves and pretend like they're yellow paw hands? Isn't that what those gloves look like? It looked like the yellow dish gloves
They
on this
they
costume.
yeah, they did
Like
kind
he
of
just got
yeah,
done, doing the dishes at Denny's.
they did kind of look like that. Although okay, we're shitting on it a lot here. I actually really liked the Winnie the Pooh look, the character. Piglet was a little out there. The
He's
Winnie the
like,
the Winnie the Pooh mask, yeah, yeah, dude. Like there were moments where I was like, "Damn, that's good." Like
no, 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 no. It wasn't good. It was like, that's so bad it's funny. Where he's
it's
looking off and then he hears Piglet screaming. He's like, he learns so fast. Like,
dude.
you've been moving so slow this whole movie, and all of a sudden you have the reflexes of a cat to
A-
turn around because you heard something.
And within seconds, the girl's there stabbing Piglet, and fucking Pooh just fucking pile drives her right through. Like he just shows up out of nowhere.
Yeah, and
Um,
then he takes the machete and impales her on a tree,
on the
and
tree.
that was great. I mean, okay, so let
So
me
the
give my
oh
broad
yeah
strokes
yeah
of
yeah we don't want to spoil anything. So
it's fine. An unnecessary film. So
yes.
you want to watch this because you want to see a train wreck. You want to see how bad could it be. You want to see maybe there's some fun ridiculousness to enjoy. Maybe there's bad acting to enjoy. And if any of those things, like, yeah, all of those are real things that you would want to be prepared with approaching this film. You're not going to see art. You're not going to see real cinema. You're not going to see even really a popcorn movie. You're going to laugh at things, at how bad it is. You're going to kind of laugh at some of the kills or some of the setup. Some of the actions that occur are comically hilarious, and not because they intended to be. This is not intentional B humor. This is like, we really suck at making a movie, and also they really rushed it. I think they did this within 12 days, and they've defended, because people have been shitting all over this movie, and they've defended, like, we did the best we could. Everyone that made this movie cared about the movie.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe a little bit. Maybe you tried. You definitely tried a little bit. But so you're watching it just to see the insanity of what it's going to be. And ultimately, it's not going to fulfill all of those desires that you would have with how bad could it be. It's not bad enough to be that enjoyable. It's it's enough to kind of get some chuckles and to, like, remember it for being how stupid it is. So for Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, I'm resting at a 3 out of 10.
Okay. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Yes, it definitely took itself seriously, so the laughs are kind of at how bad it is. They're definitely not intentional.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you do get some good gore, some good
Mm-hmm.
kills. Um, I didn't even know this film was British or like UK shot with UK actors until I started watching it, and that actually raised my expectations right at the beginning. I was like,
Oh,
oh,
sure.
maybe this will be good.
Yeah. Yeah.
um, I gotta say, Nikolai Leon, the Christopher
Mm.
Robin actor, I think he did a fine job. Like for what the movie is, when you like really like pick it apart, um, I think some of this stuff actually is better than the credit that was given to it, um, because of yeah, okay, they shot it in 12 days. They obviously had no budget. Like they ran a girl over with a car. Like it was awesome. Like it looked great, and it was there was no CG, and it was there CG when she got hit by the
I
car?
think there's a good bit.
Maybe there was some blood
I mean,
CG.
it wasn't
The
entirely.
blood
Yes,
splatter CG.
there was prosthetics,
Yeah,
but they definitely utilized CG during most of the kills.
yeah, for some splatter.
Hmm.
Yeah. Um, so if you're in the mood for a good camp slasher, or I should say a decent camp slasher, um, and you want to just see what's up with this weird-looking Winnie the Pooh outfit and Piglet outfit. I think you could actually enjoy this movie. I am going to give it a 5 out of 10.
Oh my God, you're insane.
It's a 5.
It's not fair. It's not fair to other movies that get 5s.
All
But
right. Okay.
I
Hold on.
get
Hold
no,
on.
no,
Hold on.
no,
No.
no,
You
no,
know what? You
no,
know what? Wait. Wait.
don't let me change it.
All
Don't let me
right. All
change
right.
it.
All right.
Leave
All
it a
right.
5. It's fine.
I wanted to
It's.
give it
I
a.
understand
All
it.
right.
I understand the perspective. I just like. I can't, cause because I like. Well, if that got a 5, there's no way this could get a 5 because it's not. I don't know. The more we talk about it, the more I'm thinking about certain scenes where I was like, that was so laughably bad that I did enjoy laughing at it. So it's like I
Yeah.
want to give it a higher score with how
Sure.
much I enjoyed laughing at it, but I don't think that's 100% fair. It's a 3 for me either way. 3 out of 5. We're not
Yeah.
bad. So it is so bad,
I didn't think it was that bad.
but it is so bad. It is. Like the whole idea of it is funny, like, and to your point, the main character, Christopher Robin, kind of like trying to sell the idea as an adult, or at least, a college student at this point, taking his girlfriend, who I think he called his wife at one point. I think they're
Yeah.
engaged, but
Yeah. They're.
he said, "That's my wife, Pooh." Piglet,
Yeah.
no, that's my wife. Like he is serious when he's supposed to be serious at the beginning, but then it kind of falls apart whenever the drama occurs of like the violence, and he like doesn't seem to meet it at the level that he should with the relationship he's got. So
Mhm.
it's bad in that instance, but he does sell the idea that he does believe that these beings are a real thing and not a dream. But like I guess what happens is it's too uneven to be consistently enjoyable. There's too many long spans where it's not enjoyable, that the few moments that exist that are enjoyable with how bad or how silly or
Yeah.
camp it is they're not they don't sustain the pacing of the film. There's a lot of wasted airtime in the middle once things start going down where you're like, oh my God, just get on with it, get to the next fun thing that I want to watch, because right
Yeah.
now this is stupid. So there's too much of that. But
Yeah. Once
but yeah,
the
it starts and it's just goofy.
So, well, once they get rid of the wife and the story kind of unfolds, what story there is, it I think it
Well, that's the
starts.
thing. That's just the intro, getting rid of
Yeah,
the wife,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
it jumps to other characters, and you're like, "What?"
Well, that's when I think it starts to get better
Yes,
is when we get back to like Christopher Robin like chained up in the barn, like being
that's like
like
that's
him.
the end of the movie.
No. The first time, like when him and Pooh share this moment where Christopher Robin's trying to convince Pooh to let him
Oh,
go,
sure,
and
right,
Pooh
and
and
you can
Pooh
see that.
and Pooh gets the flashback of young Christopher Robin abandoning them, and then he like goes through this rage moment where they had to, because they had to eat Eeyore to survive, and that's what made them all deranged, from
Mm,
cannibalism of their friend. This having to live through that,
yeah,
um, and then he just starts whipping Christopher Robin. He just starts torturing him, and you see his back all cut up and stuff.
yeah.
Um,
He's
and
like, "Your your name's Toby,"
uh,
with Eeyore's tail,
yeah,
and it's insane
yeah,
with his dead wife's skeletal remains in the corner staring at him.
yeah,
Yeah, it's disturbing and it is funny.
yeah. I mean, it's completely out there. Like, we flash forward to later. He Pooh brings one of the girls to the barn, or the girl's wandering through the barn, and she runs into Christopher Robin. And now, okay, now Christopher Robin's going to be the one to save these girls, or try to save these girls. Um, and I mean, I think the movie even ends well. Like there are moments.
No, it doesn't end well at
Oh,
all.
it
It
ends.
doesn't end well at all. They're just two people on the thing, or he kills her and
Yeah,
he's holding her, and then Pooh's just looking and credits. That's
yeah,
it. Just
yeah.
gone. No, 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 don't no, no.
Oh
This
yeah,
is
it
not
was
a good ending.
great.
Oh my God.
Blood and Honey 2.
Oh my God. Help us.
Like
Uh
I still gave it a 5. Like I'm not in
I
love with
understand.
this
I
movie.
understand. I
Um,
get how you feel. It's just it's so stupid.
the,
It did not end well. It ended poorly, and you could say it's well because of how bad it is. It's not good because it's good. It's
I
good
don't
because
know.
it's bad.
I don't know. I thought there was a moment where Pooh might kill Christopher Robin and let the girl go, but then he kills the girl and he kills Christopher
Mhm.
Robin, and it's like, oh, this is good. It's
Dark,
brutal.
yeah.
It's over. Like, and Pooh's still alive. Okay, Piglet is definitely dead. And
Yeah.
now we've got two more unseen characters that we get to see in the next film. Like,
Right, but what? Yeah, but like, so what? What? There's another random girls' weekend
right
that
in the
are
Hundred
gonna
Acre
also
Wood, yeah,
rent
yeah,
an
yeah.
Airbnb next to the
In,
100 Acre
in the
Wood.
Hundred Acre Wood, no. Yeah, okay.
It
So getting the girls to the Hundred Acre Wood was a little.
was a
Uh,
stretch as to why they're
the
there.
the scene with the where the Harbinger should have been, it wasn't really there. They were just
Well,
there. Like he
call
wrote
me
that he
crazy.
wrote
I don't
that
know how
scene.
well you remember it. I don't know how well you remember, but the Harbinger, the guy in the back of the gas station,
Yeah.
is the same actor that plays the stalker in her dream who's pulling her top off her shoulder.
Oh,
No?
is it? I
I
didn't
could have sworn.
notice.
We're gonna have to revisit it because like I think it was the same dude. Like
Yeah.
there was a long stringy haired gray haired dude, like it was the same guy. I'm
I
like, why? Why is it the same guy? Just make it a different guy. They're not connected. It looked too similar. Like make them more different.
Isn't the couple that they ran into in the woods the same couple that was shopping in there though? They run into
Yeah.
them
Yes.
during the
Yes.
chaos at some
Yes.
point. Yeah. Yeah. So reusing actors or whatever.
Well, the girl that's strung up is the girl, and one of the guys I think that's in the truck looking for whatever I think is one of the guys. Doesn't
Right.
really matter.
Yeah.
There are highlights. So highlight for me, spoiler type highlights.
The
Some
truck
of the
fight.
the truck fight is great, and what's so great is that he takes this honey dipped hand and he literally slaps someone's face right
Right
off,
off.
and you just see him go. Ah! And I was like, that
Dude,
was awesome.
the honey thing made some of those scenes just so much more disgusting for me.
Yeah.
Like, because like they did an okay job with the prosthetics anyway, right? And like, it was just like honey is just like
Yeah.
all over himself, the
Yeah.
victim, and like it just adds to the gross factor.
Yeah. The ickness of it. That was um some of the most absurd dialogue. I can't remember some of it, but the girls are just stupid, and they can't act. They're in the house. They're being stalked. Well, the one girl that's like the Instagram model, she's in the hot tub. There's
Hot tub.
someone behind her, and she sees Winnie the Pooh in the background, a stalker. They're in the middle of the woods. No one's supposed to be there. Her friend is coming here because she needs to run away from a stalker. She sees a stranger in the back of her photo, and she's like, "It's nothing. If they want to see me, I don't really care." And she keeps relaxing, like, "What? You're an idiot." All of a sudden, she's like, "I have a gun." She remembers that she has a gun, but then she can't remember what drawer she put a revolver in,
Yeah.
as if it wasn't a memorable thing. Like, I've got a gun, I'm putting it right here. I need to know where it's at. She looks through 3 drawers before she finds it.
I love the I have a gun because
Yeah, she's so
later in the
stupid.
movie it fires a single shot and then the next time a character pulls the trigger it's empty.
So dumb. They get, and then but then the reaction to like traumatic events or things that happen, like they get down and Winnie the Pooh is written "get out" on the windows, but then like they immediately don't let them get out. So it's like,
Yeah.
why'd you even write this on the fucking windows?
Yeah,
But then like one of the girls is like, I think they want us to leave, or something like that. She's just stupid in reaction to the
yeah.
most obvious text.
Yeah,
Uh,
the Get Out I thought was weird because they want to chain him up for food.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
so
they don't
Get
want
It
you to get out.
yeah, Get Out didn't make sense.
They're coming in. Like,
Yeah.
why did you write? It's like they just wanted a scary scene. They wanted them to come down and to react to seeing like something horrible on the
Yeah.
windows, and like it, but it didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Uh, the pool scene was kind of laughably bad. Where he's
Yeah.
like slowly
So
swimming there with the
the
sledgehammer to get
sledgehammer.
her. But then he does get her, and it is gratifying to
Oh
see her.
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
he gets her as soon as the girl walks in, and
yeah,
what little story you get, those two were an item, and they're kind of trying to make up, but the one who got killed is the one who's trying to make up, and the one who saw her die is the one who's like, I'm just not ready. You hurt me too bad, kind of is like her stance on it, which you get like 15 seconds of it. I mean, you don't get a lot.
yeah.
You have to. There's a lot of work you have to do as a as a viewer to get all the
They
backstory.
either yeah. Yeah, it's just not necessary, but it is there.
Yeah.
They either were using every last bit or bought so much and they thought they had to use it of as far as the fog machine goes, because every fucking scene just had every bit of fog that you could ever imagine, and it was just smoke because it didn't make sense. It's like the sun's too high in the sky. All of this fog has been burnt off by the sun. It shouldn't be here. Why is it still here? And then it's just an overuse of like music to do tension because there's nothing really interesting happening, and so it's just like always with the pianos and the violins and
Yeah.
shrieking up noise levels when it's not. There's nothing really going on. But for the most part, it looked like any other movie. You know, there wasn't like a lot of things that were huge distractions. So,
Yeah.
um,
It didn't. Yeah, I mean, it was definitely B, but it didn't quite look so bad. Not
right.
not like the next movie we're gonna review.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, they're in the same park, and to be honest, yeah, I would, I would not rewatch this. I wouldn't watch it for fun with anyone else. I'm glad that I saw it so that if there's another poor, sad person that also saw the movie, we can laugh and joke about it like we just did.
Yeah,
But that'd be the only redeeming qualities that I'll ever get from this movie.
sure.
Um, I hope that they make a second one just so that they can be like, middle finger to all the people that are saying how much it sucked, of which I'm included, but I'm also kind of enjoying how bad it is. So
Yo,
more power to them if they want to do it.
if Blood and Honey 2 is better than Blood and Honey, it'll just make me happy. Like I'll
Sure.
I'll tell people to watch both movies if
I
two
mean,
is
hey,
better.
they made two Terrifier movies, so
And they were both fucking awesome.
right. That's what I was saying by
That's
bringing
what
it
you were
up.
saying. I know. I
Right.
know.
Yeah,
That's
I
that's
know.
why I said that.
Hmm.
So I gave it a 5.
And I had a 3 for Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. This has been episode 10 of the podcast with Reese in the Deceased. I've been Rodney Godek.
And I've been Nate Roberts, and we'll see you next time.
Take care.